Today, I'm gonna explain wireless and communication topic type of small scale fading. First of all, I will give you the brief introduction of fading. So, refer to the rapid changes of the amplitude and the phase of the radio signal over a short period of time or a short distance. In small-scale fading, the instantaneous received signal power may vary as much as the 30 to 40 dB when the receiver is moved by only a fraction of wavelength. Small-scale fading depends on the nature of the transmitted signal with respect to the characteristic of the channel. Depending on the relation between the signal parameters such as the bandwidth and the symbol period on the one hand, and the channel parameters such as the coherence time, Doppler spread, coherence, bandwidth, and delay spread on the other hand, different transmitted signals will experience a different type of fading. Next, I will give you the introduction of Doppler spread, coherence, bandwidth, etc. etc. First of all, we will see the parameter of a mobile multipath channel. There are time depression parameters like grossly quantifies the multipath channel determined from power delay profile parameter included mean access delay, RMS delay spread, and excess delay spread. And there are also the parameters coherence bandwidth and Doppler spread and coherence time. Timer dispersion parameters determined from a power delay profile. Okay, so there are two equations: mean access delay, rho bar, and RMS delay spread. Maximum access delay, defined as the time delay value after which the multipath energy falls to x dB below the maximum multipath energy, not necessarily belonging to the first running component. It is also called access delay spread. Now I will give, now I will give you the brief introduction of the delay spread and the coherence bandwidth. We will next see the coherence bandwidth uh, in a sort of description. Describe the time dispersive nature of the channel in a local area. Receiving signal suffers spreading in time compared to the transmitted signal. Delay spread can range from a few hundred nanoseconds for an indoor scenario up to some microseconds in urban areas. The coherence bandwidth BC translate time dispersion into the language of the frequency. It specifies the frequency range over which a channel affects the signal spectrum nearly in the same way, causing the approximately constant attenuation and a linear change in phase. The RMS delay spread and the coherence bandwidth are inversely proportional to each other. Okay, now I will give you the brief introduction of the coherence bandwidth BC. Range of the frequency over which the channel can be considered flat, means a straight line. The channel passes all the spectral components with equal gain and the linear phase. It is a definition that depends on the RMS delay spread. Two sinusoids with a frequency separation greater than BC are affected quite. Uh, Here are the figure of the coherence bandwidth. Here are the receiver which will receive the signals F1 and the F2, and here we will separate the frequency. frequency correlation between the two sinusoids uh, greater or equal 0 and less than or equal 1. If we define the coherence bandwidth as the range of the frequencies over which the frequency correlation is above zero point 0.9, then bandwidth is equal to 1 upon 50 sigma. Sigma is the RMS delay spread. If we define the coherence bandwidth as the range of the frequency over which the frequency correlation is above zero point 0.5, then the bandwidth is a 1 upon 5 sigma. This is called the 50% coherence bandwidth. Okay. Doppler spread and the coherence time. Delay spread and the coherence bandwidth describe the dispersive nature of the channel in local area. They don't offer information about the time-varying nature of the channel caused by the relative motion of the transmitter to the receiver. Doppler spread and the coherence time are a parameter which describe the time-varying nature of the channel in a small-scale region. Time-varying nature of the channel caused either by relative motion between a BS and a mobile or by the motion of objects in a channel are categorized by the bandwidth and the TC. Next, okay, so there are the two types of the small scale fading. First, small scale fading based on the multi-part time delay spread. They are distributed into flat fading and the frequency selective fading. In the flat fading, bandwidth of the signal is lesser than the bandwidth of the channel, and the delay spread also the lesser than the symbol period. In a frequency selective fading, the bandwidth of the signal is greater than the bandwidth of the channel, and the delay spread greater than the symbol period. Small scale fading, fast fading, and the slow fading. They both are the based on the Doppler spread small scale fading. Okay, first of all, the fast fading, high Doppler spread coherence time is less than the symbol period, and the channel variation faster than the baseband signal variation. And the slow fading, low Doppler spread coherence time is greater than the symbol period, and the channel variations slower than the baseband signal variation. As we already seen the classification of the multipath channels, depending on the relation between the signal parameters bandwidth and the symbol period, and the channel parameters delay spread and the Doppler spread, different signals undergo different type of the fading based on the delay spread type of the small scale fading, flat fading, and the based on the Doppler spread type of the small scale fading are the fast and the slow fading. Okay. So we will see the flat fading in the brief introduction. The wireless channel is said to be the flat fading if it has the constant gain and the linear phase response over the bandwidth, which is greater than the bandwidth of the transmitted signal. 1 to 4. In other words, flat fading occurs when the bandwidth of the transmitted signal B is smaller than the coherence bandwidth of the channel B. B is too smaller than the EM. Okay. The effect of the flat fading channel can be seen as a decrease of the signal to noise ratio (SNR) ratio. Since the signal is narrow with respect to the channel bandwidth, the flat fading channels are also known as a amplitude varying channel or the narrow band channel. Okay, so here are the logic diagram. And the BC means the coherence bandwidth, BS means signal bandwidth, TS means symbol period, and the sigma tau means delay spread. And this occurs when we already seen that. And next frequency selective. In wireless communication system, the transmitted signal typical propagates via the several different paths from the transmitter to the receiver. This can be used by the reflections of the radio waves from the surrounding buildings or other obstacles like the buildings, cars, trees, etc. Okay, and is typical called the multiple propagation. Each of the multipath components have a generally the different relative propagation and the attenuation, which when summing up in the receiver result in the filtered type of the effect on the received signal, where the different frequency of the modulated waveform are experiencing the different attenuation and or the phase changes. This is a typically termed frequency selective fading. Next, this is a logical diagram. Okay, and where is it? Where is it? When is it occurs? We already seen that BS is greater than the BC and the TS is smaller than the sigma dot. The fast fading rate of the change of the channel characteristic is a correct, larger than the rate of the change of the transmitted signal. The channel changes during the simple period. The channel changes because of the receiver motion. The coherence type of the channel is smaller than the symbol period of the transmitter. Okay, and when it is occur, PS is smaller than the PD and the TS is greater than the TC. Slow fade. Rate of the change of the channel characteristic is much smaller than the rate of the change of the transmitted signal. When it is occur when the PS is larger than the PD and the DS is smaller than the DC as we already seen. And here are the two diagrams. Uh, First diagram is the symbol period of the transmitting symbol versus the transmitted symbol period. So there are fast slow fading, fast fading, and in the below frequency selective slow fading and the frequency fast fading. And thank you.